Hello, hello, and welcome back to Dishonored, the Brigmore Witches. When we left off, we had arrived here at Drapers' ward, where we have to try and take back the ship that the Dead Eel's leader has taken over, ideally with causing as little issue to the actual Dead Eels as we can, since, you know, their leader is who is helping us. He saw me. Fuck.
What? Someone wants to kill God.
Well, that's a good opener to the episode. Alright,
What?
so what's going on down in here? I'm not really detecting anything of great value. But they're protecting the area. I guess it's just one of their holdouts. Also, I love how distinctly different the architecture of wealthy districts is from the architecture of poor districts. You know what I mean? Like, you can tell the difference in wealth. There we go. That was the angle I was trying to get. Hey there, Cellman. I was having trouble reading what it was on the blue, so I like the blue that it's showing on stream, so I had to look at you over on the OBS to read your name. We're just doing a little bit of a playthrough of Dishonored, the Brigmore Witches. Alright. Where do I want to go from here? Oh, alright. That light looks like a good spot.
Pass me by. All the others down with the sickness.
There we go. Do you think I can make it? No, this is the DLC of the first one. We're in the latter half of its DLC storyline where he plays Dowd the Assassin. We're gonna eventually move on to the sequels. Alright, I want to get across the street with as little trouble as possible. The problem is it's too large of a gap for me to teleport across. What do I have for powers to unlock? Anything? No, an extra level of that. I haven't got... Oh, man, I haven't been using the pull power very much, have I? Pull living targets and bodies towards you from a distance. When enemies are pulled close enough, they are suspended in the air. Corpses and unconscious bodies are automatically carried. Alright, I don't think I'm gonna buy any new powers right now. Or any upgrades to my powers. They're keeping really good watch over things, too. Hey, let's try and...
Half the city's dead.
There we go.
We're losing business. I understand doing what's got to be done. But Wakefield...
Lizzie kept to a deal when she made it. She weren't no cheat.
Exactly. After last night... from us.
Okay. We gotta be fast.
Pass me by. All the others down with the sickness.
I should have done the shot first.
Pass me by.
Luckily, it didn't go as bad as it could have. Complaints from Dead Eel Guard. This post is awful. I almost broke my neck getting up here, and all day the Hatters keep taking shots at me like I'm some kind of carnival game. This morning I saw some lady on the glass roof across the canal, and it kind of has me worried. I think she looked right at me. How'd she get up there? Are the Hatters recruiting ladies now? Anyway, since she's been up there, I can barely make out this thing she left behind. Can't tell what it is from here, but come nightfall, I might just climb up there and have a look. Gotta be wary of that arc pylon they set up down there. If they have that kind of gear, we're just outmatched. I wish Lizzie was back. She'd get us out of this.
How did it pass me by? All the others down with the sickness.
The Brigmore witches, I bet. They're keeping an eye on the situation. They know I'm on my way. And they know that this is one of my best options.
Someone wants to get kicked in the gut.
God, how did that guy get up here? He fucking... must be pretty good at fucking climbing. Got that hardcore parkour skill. There's a rune right there in that building.
How did it pass me by? All the others down with the sickness.
Come on. Be careful. There we go. Sorry, sir, I want your magical artifact. Thank you. I won't eat any of your food, though, but I will drink. Water doesn't refill my spirit, right. But if I can swim, I can put on a charm that'll let me. Note from Lady Boyle. Ooh! My dearest friend, my costume ball will require 3 tailored outfits that are perfectly matching except for color. We are going to play a game with our guests, you see. I am saddened to hear of your deteriorating hands and the hard times on which you have fallen. As you are my first choice to craft these costumes, I will mention your physical difficulties to my doctor at the party. Perhaps he can be of some service to you. Farewell. Poor guy. Archer cigarette case. I'm not gonna steal anything from him. Just the bone charm. Well, that's mummy. These are recycled drawings of Emily's, which makes this one particularly weird because I think that's supposed to be Empress Caldwin, labeled as being for the mom. That's that. Like these two, yeah, you can get away with it being any kid drew them. Ignoring the fact that that's supposed to be the brothel, but like, that's weird. That's that weird choice to recycle those drawings. All right.
So you know the Rothwell place got shut down, but I heard an interesting rumor.
What's that?
The same day that Rothwell vanished, a ship left the slaughterhouse bound for Samara. I'll bet he was on it.
Why would he go to Samara?
Who knows? But he hasn't been found in Dunwall. And a guy like that doesn't disappear that easily.
Huh. I'll bet he fell in one of those meat processors and got canned as whale.
Definitely something about.
Some idiot is probably having him for dinner right now and doesn't even know it.
Yeah, someone's still around.
All right. There's a bone charm somewhere around here.
All these rats crawling all over everything.
Where is it? I was detecting it. All the way down over there. Okay. So let's go down into the water, I suppose.
Who's that?
Oh shit. I didn't think there's anyone down here.
Come on, let's get this guy. Run for the Hackman. Help me look for him. It's just a matter of time.
Oh, this is the thing that was left for me. Hello, friend. As instructed by your whalers, I have dredged this horrid thing up from the depths of the storm drains and placed it in the agreed-upon location in hopes that you, and only you, recover it. But be warned, poor fortune has followed me every step of the way since laying hands on this thing, and I am overjoyed at the prospect of leaving it here and being done with it. May it treat you better than it has me. And if some unlucky local has stumbled upon this wicked bone, heed these 2 warnings. As I have said above, poor fortune will find you. But more importantly, this is intended for delivery to the most dangerous man in the Empire. If you are in possession of something he wants, you may count your remaining hours on one hand. Awesome. Alright. What was the other thing I paid for? There's a guy who had some information. Hang on. Do I have notes on them in here? Mission clues. Merchant Drapers Reward, better days. Black market and hard to find items from safety's apartment overlooking Millenary. Not who I was thinking. Dead eels and the Hatters are engaging in full Lizzie Strider. Do they not have, do I not have notes about the things I paid for? That's a little upsetting. Because I might forget them in between recording sessions.
Hey, we're gonna find your sorry ass.
Oh shit.
About to get shanked. Don't let him get past.
Is this the guy who's running a black market?
Crawling all over everything.
Oh yeah, we got a black market shop here.
He's as slippery as hadfish.
Hello, Griff. I hope your business is going well. If you're interested, I have a little business proposal for you. The canal here in Drapers Ward has been dry for some time now. Enough time for the prized ox rush to take bloom in the mud. None of the ruffians patrolling the area know how special the flower can be, so I have no competition in harvesting them. But none of the alchemists or natural philosophers that can use them frequent this district anymore. Perhaps I can send you some bunches of ox fur to peddle. For a commission, of course, and I can help you tap into an ammunition market here in Drapers Ward. The gangs have gone into full-scale war, so demand is high. Let me know your thoughts. Hey there.
Welcome to the Drapers Ward Salvage and Resale, or the Black Market if you'd prefer. It's Dowd, right? Recognized your face from the posters. Not that I'd ever say anything to anyone, believe me. I'd be happy to have you for a customer.
What are you selling?
The best of Drapers Ward, all for sale.
Oxford flower. Huh. Oxford flower is found in the southern region of Pandysia, the other continent. Interesting. I might need that for something. I'm assuming. Why else would they put it there, you know? Alright. Oh, you okay, man?
I thought I was finished. They'll never believe who saved me.
Who?
Someone wants to get hurt. Is that?
Who saved
You're here
him?
to kill me. Make it fast or get lost.
That's curious. I must have missed something. Yeah. Sometimes if you're moving too fast when you go to get on top of those, you just propel right over them. Alright, so down there's how to get further towards the Dead Eel territory. I've gotten all of the magical artifacts I want in this area.
Keep an eye out. We got company.
My range is not nearly as much as I want it to be. Alright, let's just press on. So, alright.
Wakefield's a hard man, but he's not as fun as Lizzie. Lizzie enjoyed it more.
Yeah, even Lizzie never drowned victims in a sack. Still see him squirming for air.
Yeah. How's he gonna top that?
sometimes just looking towards the sky is a good way to suss out once you make.
Wakefield is on board the Undine. He's put all of the eels on alert since Lizzie's rumored to have escaped from Coldridge. He's expecting her. You will undoubtedly be a surprise to him.
Agreed. Blow off, Chopper.
Mine now. Trimble's coin. The halls of the... hang on. Excerpt from a book on noteworthy intellectual figures. The halls of the Academy of Natural Philosophy are thought to be a space where thoughtful discourse and enlightened tolerance set the tone for the debate and learning. It is believed that reason applies above all, and the passion of the greatest minds of the Empire are tempted by the wisdom and custom. This is the commonly accepted vision of the place, and is... God, I'm stumbling on my words a lot today. And it is almost always accurate. Almost. Sometimes, a protracted debate or a disagreement can explode into conflict, and very rarely violence. Such was the case years ago, well, in the month of winds. A young apprentice named Piero Joplin ventured into strange new direction of research in the preservation of mortifying tissue, a field that brought him into frequent conflict with the students called Trimble. Joplin and Trimble often debated loudly long into the night, and the content of these arguments was well beyond understanding of most people of the Empire, the author included. The rivalry between the two natural philosophers raged for months, but it is the climax of those events that prompts this writing. The two had argued deep into the night, and the debate sliding into bitter personal attacks. At last, they reached a terrible accord. Their mutual hatred culminated in a duel to the death with pistols. Under the gray skies of dawn, the greatest minds of the Empire of the Isles gathered in the courtyard in a fashion resembling schoolboys gathering to watch the bullies fight. A quiet fell as Joplin Trimble accepted the ceremonial pistol, marked off the paces, turned and fired. Each combatant fired round after round, shattering windows, chipping masonry, and splitting plaster. The closest shot to the mark was Joplin's, whose bullet ripped through the hem of Trimble's overcoat. It was clear that the dedicated study of the learned man had made for poor marksmanship. When all their ammunition was expended, both parties stood quivering with fear and rage, but unharmed. It was then agreed that the duel would be settled with a coin flip. A newly minted coin of the Empire was produced, bearing the face of Empress Jessamine Caldwin. As it was sent spinning in the air, Trimble called heads. The coin landed tails. Joplin was declared winner, and the feuding between the men ceased. By the terms of the dispute, Trimble was forced to leave the Academy, his studies left incomplete, whereupon dignified silence returned to the halls of the Academy of Natural Philosophy. That's a fucking hilarious story, and I'm so glad I just read it. Oop. Yeah. Mr. Hat. There has been interesting activity since our raid on the Dead Eels a few days ago. It looks like Wakefield has been rooting out Lizzie's loyalists and chasing them off for making example out of them with some gruesome killing. I don't think he got much of a hold on his gang, and things are likely to fly apart before long. Also, I swear I saw a woman lurking on some nearby rooftops last night, spying on the eels. She saw me looking at her and just disappeared. Perhaps you'll know what to make of that, Oscar. And he didn't get that note out, it seems. Oh, I was trying to zoom in. So yeah, there's
the boat. Wakefield's probably keeping himself below decks. Whatever I do to him, it will be a mercy compared to what Lizzie has in mind.
This witch is about. And she left. They keep leaving bone charms behind. Why do they keep leaving them behind?
We're missing the boil party. Lunching. Sitting next to the river. Or canal, at least.
I was trying to follow the thing so I could see it.
All those prancing
The Boyles party's happening right now.
masks. Strip them of their jewels and set them on fire. Finest time.
Drown them. Drowning's worse.
Set on fire's worse.
Drowned is worse.
You ever see a man set on fire? What does he do?
So it seems like this is overlapping with the Boyle mission. Oh, what was the new mission I just picked up? I didn't. Does it say it still?
He jumps it.
I didn't read it. Whirlwind, overpowering. I don't think it's gonna be anything I care about. While standing still, you cannot be seen by enemies unless they are in combat with you. Mana does not regenerate. Okay, that's awesome. What do I want to take off?
Water.
Very funny.
I hear Lord Shaw's making his way to the party by boat.
So hang on, I gotta test this power right now. We're gonna drop a save and give this a test.
Only two buddy.
What? How do you hear things like that?
I have some
Bro.
connections.
Nice junk scratch. Oh, but mana does not regenerate. Like, ever? Or just when I'm standing still? Ever. It doesn't regenerate, ever. Okay, so God. Awesome power with a crazy cost. It's a thing that will be worth throwing on at certain times. Like, situationally, you know? If I remember, I
Wakefield
have it.
sealed himself in the cargo hold of the Undine. Smuggling ships like this one often have a hatch underneath for dumping contraband if they get caught. Perhaps the Undine is no different.
Bone charm over there. Rune over there. Rune over that way.
You ever get that creepy feeling of being watched? I've had that a bunch lately.
Funny you ask that. I had this feeling of eyes on me. I looked up on the roof of that building over there and...
There was a lady up there, right? I seen her too. Just staring. Then she was...
gone. In a wink. Yeah.
Yeah, they're being
Seen the
spied
same
on by the
thing.
witches.
Should we tell the others about it?
No. The others might think we're seeing things. First sign of the plague from what I hear.
Which gives the witches perfect way to cloak their activity anywhere they go. What is this tripwire connected to? That looks like a... Oh, it's a dead eel. Health potion. Ah, there's the thing it connects to. There we go.
Picked up anything good?
Got a rune around, or bone charm around there, rune around there.
Dowd, this is the second time now. I see something, or someone, out of the corner of my eye. But when I turn, they're gone. Someone is watching us.
They're not watching the boat, they're watching us, and they're watching the boat because they heard us talk about how we're going there. We are 100% on her radar. And I don't know if there's a way to get off it. Because we're dealing with a coven of witches. We're just, a group of warlocks with only one of us actually having power. I think if they take me out, all of my teammates might lose their power. Also, didn't I pay to have something dumped in the water? Oh, that's it. Hang on. God damn it. Come on, get the stuff. Oh, that was awful.
What the fuck are you looking at?
Huh.
I thought I was spotted for a second there. How do I get into this building? Is this door the only way in? That's not even a way in. How do I get in here?
Lizzie's boat is smaller than I remember.
How am I gonna get into this building? Hmm. How? Can I swim in from underneath the building? How do I enter this building? Because there's treasure in it. So I know I can. Right, the treasure is inside the building, right? Yeah, definitely. So how do I get into that little nook? Also, I'm having fun robbing for my client as I do their mission.
Is that?
I panicked. I thought he was gonna see me.
Hey, shut up. Who's that?
Okay, now he saw me.
Somebody, give me a hand.
Let's show this gutter trash how eels fight.
I gotcha. Hit him home.
Oh, I'll find you. Just a matter of time.
So how do I get in here? Like, I'm actually getting really confused and bothered. I'm not seeing any clear entryway.
just a matter of time, buddy.
Hmm. I want that bone charm. Look, you can even see the purple glow. Oh, this is maddening.
Come out.
I really thought I was onto something following that light.
Ladies' honor.
Oh! Ah, I was under the water. I just found the thing by accident. Perfect. Oh, come on. Get up. Dude, fucking stop going down. Get out. Jesus. Okay. And I think we'll grab that bone charm next time on Dishonored. I hope all you on YouTube have been enjoying the series up to this point. End cards will be appearing in just a moment. At the top will be the entire Dishonored series, as well as another video that editor Brian thinks you'll enjoy. At the bottom left will be my most recent upload, and at the bottom right will be a video recommended for you by the YouTube algorithm. Click one to continue watching. I love all of you very, very much, and ta-ta for now.